Mom, we're gonna have sex anyway.
People really don't like talking about their exes.
Why didn't you tell me that you, like, why was that a secret? Like, what are you hiding?
Yeah.
Wait, why would the new boyfriend?
Because you were living together with your ex.
That's
a culture.
See, this is the thing.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 스페인에서 온 미키라고 합니다. 반갑습니다.
안녕하세요. 프랑스에서 온 리리입니다. 반갑습니다.
Hi, I'm Javon. I'm from the United States of America.
안녕하세요. 저는 스위스에서 온 미카엘라입니다. 스위스랑 한국에서 온 혼혈입니다.
So in Spain and France, if they're dating, they live together?
Yeah, France is like the biggest country to do that.
Oh yeah.
Usually not very soon though. Usually they date for a while. I'd say at least like 8 months.
Because nowadays, like marriage in France is declining a lot, and they have another system that's called Pax.
Union?
Yeah, it's like you have the same legal rights as a married couple, but you're not married. And even without that, usually there the cultural way is that you date, you live together, you have a baby, and then you get married.
And then you get married. Actually, in Spain, a official like union, it's the same thing. They have almost like the same rights as like married couples.
Like actually in Switzerland, normally if two are dating and one of them already lives alone, after like 4 or 5 months, the other one just agrees to kind of go there too, because it's just comfortable and you can save money.
In France, people can do this since they're like 18 and stuff.
Like my parents personally, they lived together and they never got married. So they were living together for a few years. They had me, didn't get married, and then like they separated at the end, but still, and my mom with my stepdad, same thing. They were living together for a long time, and then they got married. I went to their marriage, and then they had my sister.
예를 들면 우리 사무실에도 지금 곧 결혼하실 분이 있는데 그분도 이제 여자친구랑 아직 안 살아요. 근데 이제 우리는 여자친구는 깔끔해서 괜찮아 이렇게 말하셨는데 사실 여자들이 얼마나 더러워요. 남자들이 모르는 게 얼마나 많은데 그리고 심지어 우리 이미 거의 같이 살아 주말마다 봐 막 이러니까 일주일이 얼마나 긴지 아냐고요 진짜로 그게.
I think in Western countries we think that it's very good to live with your partner before you get married because you don't know you don't know them basically until you live together with them. Like then you know them as more like a family, what they do, their habits, like how they will act when you live together, and then you can be like, okay, we can get married.
I'm like, you don't even know if this person like flushes the toilet. Like there are little things like that that can be extremely annoying about a person, even if you think you love them. If you start living together and you don't really know who they are as a person.
Why do you think people are so negative about like you don't have
I think in the States it's more because you're not married. Like, why are you living together? But I'm the type of person that I feel like you need to live with them before you get married.
When we call it a relationship, it's actually very serious. Whereas in Korea, people will go on a blind date or meet someone, go on a few dates, and then say, hey, 사귀자. Yeah, but it's not serious still. They're still getting to know each other, but we get to know each other first, and then we'll be like, okay, we can date now. And then when you're dating, it's more serious already. So when time goes by, then you can be like, okay, let's live together. So I feel like the unions are much more serious when they go live together.
If you earn money from 15 like I do and then you're 18 and you have a boyfriend from then 18 until maybe 22, 23 and you've been together with this boyfriend and then you say, we've been together for 5 years, the people are you not living
Why are you
together?
not living together?
Yeah, because you're like almost married already.
Yeah. Like, so then you kind of assume like, are there problems in the relationship? Like
They're not committed enough to actually say,
do
yes,
it.
let's live together. Because I think there's this perception in Korea of being dirty. I actually cannot understand it because if you want that your child is happy, you should make him prepared for marriage, and you can't be prepared if you do not know who you're marrying.
my ex-boyfriend? He's feeling.
Wait, why would the new boyfriend?
Because you were living together with your ex.
That's
a culture.
See, this is the
difference
thing.
too.
That's a cultural difference that kind of irks me a little bit because it's like, what about it?
They can break up. That's their problem. We don't think about that part though, because we think if you live together, that means you're already a serious couple. So there's no reason to think like, oh my god, what if we break up? Like, hey, if you break up, it's too bad, but you probably will be living together for a while because you decided to live.
I think that in the United States, I don't think that it's a big deal unless you have like this crazy new boyfriend, which maybe you need to reevaluate some things. But
They broke up with their ex, it's for a reason. You don't need to worry about their ex. The life that they lived with their ex, it's their past. It shouldn't influence the life that you will live in the present with them.
That's a funny thing too in Korea. I ask my friends if they know about the ex-partners of their partners, and they say they never talk about it.
they don't talk about it.
When I meet
We
someone,
talk
I'm
about
like,
it, yeah.
I'm like, how did you break up?
yeah. What
Tell
was
me
going
what
on?
I have to do wrong.
People really don't like talking about their exes. They really keep it as a personal thing, and they will act like they never dated anyone before you, which is obviously not true. If I see a picture of my boyfriend's ex, I'm like, oh, cool, you guys dated? Oh, you dated her too? Oh, she's pretty, like blah, blah. You guys broke up for a reason. That's none of my business. You're dating me now, so it's fine. But so we, in the West, we really will talk about our exes more than Koreans do.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
It would be weird if you do not tell me that you live with someone even though you did.
Okay, I would probably be upset about that.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit. Like,
Right? If
why
they
didn't
don't
you
tell
tell me
you.
that you, like, why was that a secret? Like, what are you hiding?
Yeah. Are you still in love?
Yeah. You kept this part of your life from me.
Because it is that normal, so if you do not talk about it, then this is abnormal.
Why? Because it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, like honestly, like I could be like
Jealous a little bit.
They went to Disney World together. I want to do that too. But like, there's no reason to get angry.
If you're gonna live with someone, it's because the relationship was very serious. And on the contrary, a lot of people will think, oh, that person is reliable. That person has been in a long-term relationship, so I can trust them.
So what is that? Why do they get so upset? Like,
Like our generation, honestly, people will have sex
Regardless.
anywhere.
but even if they didn't live together,
Yeah, they would have had sex anyway.
like, you can have sex anywhere. You don't. You don't need a house. Like.
I don't even need it. You don't need a wall. But it's a funny thing. It's just like my mom at the beginning when I had a boyfriend for the first time. She was like, you have to come home before 6.
So you don't have sex.
Yeah, it's like, you don't have sex before 6 o'clock, you know? Only when you sleep you have sex. And then I said to her, Mom, we're gonna have sex anyway. It was like,
No, that's like if I'd have girls over, my mom would be like, "Oh, you guys can be in the room, but you have to keep the door open so you don't have sex." Okay, we probably have sex before we came
Yeah.
here, but like,
I just came 5 minutes ago.
yeah. It's like we already finished. Like you missed that. Yeah.
We talked about the perception of living together in Korea and your own country as well.
I honestly think a lot more people are more liberal than they say. I think sometimes they're too scared because when you go on on social media, not just for young people, but for me, I see a lot of older people who have certain views, but because they always think, oh, society thinks that way. But whose society? It's us, right? So every time it's like a cycle, like, oh, this person thinks that way, so I'm not gonna say anything, but this person thinks the same thing. I'm pretty sure from everywhere I turn, when I talk to people, they always shock me because they say, well, I don't care about this. I'm like, oh, really? So I wish people would just take the risk to express your true opinion, because I'm pretty sure you're not the only one.
왜냐면 사실 한국도 요즘 이제 또래 애들도 물어보면 결혼도 별로 하고 싶지 않고 동거도 괜찮다고 생각하는 사람들이 많은데 이제 한국이 아무래도 이제 어르신에 대한 리스펙트, 존경이 되게 크다 보니까 그런 게 좀 슬슬 바꾸는 것 같아요. 바뀌지만 슬슬.
I feel like there is nothing wrong with having those ideals and having like your perfect idea of like marriage and then having kids and blah blah. But I feel like it would be nice if Korean people like opened up a little bit more and
not judge others for what they're doing, and not judge for people who have traditional views either. Like, we should all just respect each other's opinion.
I was learning to drive the car and she was sitting beside me and we were parking and she was so mad because I could not drive. So she was so mad and she was like, did you have sex?
Because obviously you're thinking about something else.
Obviously I'm somewhere else. Well, yeah, but what does this have to do with it?
I was just playing video games one day. He comes in my room. He's like, "You still a virgin?" I was like, I was like 13. I'm like,
Friends with my mom.
he's like, we need to talk about this.
And then yeah, and then we talked about it, and now we can talk about sex very openly, and I feel very much closer as a woman, you know, because you're always like mother-daughter, but if you talk about this in these moments, you are really like woman to woman. And she tells you like, this is not okay, and also afterwards, if you get relationship advice, if she knows everything, you feel way more appreciated. Like,
Exactly.
oh, you know what I'm talking about. You are a woman as well. You had this experience before.
That's awkward.
Mom, did you ever? No, never mind.
What about when he?
Never mind. Sex education.
Yeah, right here.
Jay and Mika.
Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Korean Bros. Bye.
I'm Javon.
저는 미카엘라였습니다. 감사합니다.
Bye.